Hello everyone and welcome to this week's short video tutorial. This will be board number 4 of section 3 of chapter 3 in a free ebook that is available on the World Xiangqi Federation website. The URL is given in the comment section below, and the book is called Basic Midgames Tactics. Now, a short analysis of this situation would show that red would have one chariot, one cannon, and two advisors. Black would have the same amount of material with the additional pawn. Now basically this would be an even situation, but the presence of the pawn would be a significant threat to the red king, because if it were allowed to come close enough, black could do many things. Black could do many things to gain an advantage. So red to move first. How would red start the game? Now the first move would be to play r1 equals to 5. Now another possibility that was not given in the book was, could red have captured the pawn? So for example, I ran this position through my computer and I could deliver a check and then command the rip file, uh, halving the bot and preventing the cannon from making mischief. Now at this point in time, it will be a very drawy situation. It will be a very drawy situation, and red would not be able to make much gains. So the recommended move by both the book and the computer would be to play r1 equals to 5 to deliver a check. Now, in the book, a4 plus 5 was given. One might think, if a4 minus 5, was it a possibility? The answer would be a resounding no, because black could immediately play c1 equals to 8 to threaten with a smothered cannon checkmate. The king cannot come out because the red king was already commanding this file, and it would breach the royal rule. So black would be in all sorts of trouble, and by threatening to capture the checkmate, red would then capture the pawn and also the cannon at this point in time, and to gain a winning position. So that is why a4 minus 5 cannot be played, and the correct move would be to play a4 plus 5. This would be known as the Ramhorn advisors. And red will continue with c1 equals to 5 to deliver a check. Now, in the book, a5 minus 4 a5 minus 6 was given as the correct move to make. And there was a comment to say that k5 equals to 4 was a mistake. So let us see what happened. c5 equals to 9 to capture the pawn and threaten the black cannon. A check by black, moving the king to safety, and black would try to play c1 equals to 4. Now this would try to beef up the rip file. Red would go for a check, and the black cannon would still be caught. So if black tried to advance his cannon, red would checkmate. Let's say for example, let's say for example c4 plus 1. This would be a checkmate. However, this was an erroneous conclusion, because red could have played c4 plus 5 to deliver a check instead. This would force the red advisor to be moved, because if red played the king, this would be a checkmate. So by moving the advisor, the cannon would now be safe, and black could simply play a5 equals to 6, and it would be basically a drawy situation. So this conclusion was a mistake, but the idea there are still lessons to be learned from this position, because black could have made use of the this is one common tactical combination whereby red would deliver a check and force the king to be a position whereby a smothered cannon checkmate would be possible. So this is the main lesson. However, as mentioned earlier, this would be a slightly erroneous board. So back to the main variation, k5 equals to 4 should have been the correct move to play, but instead the book advocated a5 minus 6. But by doing so, red will be given a chance uh, to apply discovered attacks or discovered checks to gain material. So for example, red will play c5 equals to 8 for discovered check and thus capture the black cannon. Now this would be, obviously, red would have turned the tables because now the black cannon would have no place to go and it will be captured. And the resulting situation will be a queen endgame for red. So a few moves have been added. Let's say black tried to protect his cannon or try to gain material. Red would simply make this move. If black tried to compress the space of the cannon and the chariot, there are a lot of things that red could do. For example, deliver a check, and red could move his cannon away, or he could deliver a check, forcing and thus maneuver his cannon to a much better position, use his advisors to win. So that is why once the pawn and cannon were captured, red would have a winning position. So a short recap. This was the initial position of the board. Although the conclusions were a little bit erroneous, there are still many lessons to be learned. So the correct move for red would be to play r1 equals to 5, whereby he will be given a chance to use discovered attacks to gain material. Now the poor positioning of the cannon and pawn will now be very obvious. a4 plus 5, discovered a check, an intermediate check, resulting in discovered check, and red would gain material for the win. So I hope you have enjoyed this short video tutorial. If you like the work that I have been doing, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.